Howdy, howdy, howdy. This is Rodfather 916. This is the follow up to a video I made earlier today. Confusion, sex and relationships. This is part 2, and this is called The Aftermath. There are a couple of omissions, mistakes I made in the first one I like to follow up, and I'm going to start with the children. With the first video, I don't want to lead people to believe that I support or endorse sexual activity with teenagers. That's not my intent. Some of these videos, most of these videos I make at home. I'm still putting my studio together. How to make a micro studio in a small apartment is the option. And so these are not as scripted as I like. But I want to start off there. It's natural for young people to want to grow up quickly and who wants to be a child forever. They want to mimic and become the adults, and they're looking for independence, just to be independent. But because they're young, they don't have the same life experiences as someone older. So when something new like sex happens, they may not be equipped to handle it. New feelings, strange feelings, and what they mean. It's no more than a child walking up to a hot stove, and not knowing that they can burn their fingers until it's too late. This is where parenting comes in. In an ideal world, you will tell your child the mistakes you made. This should happen from the mother and the father. Maybe you're too young, maybe you don't understand. It's uncomfortable for the children, but I know it's more uncomfortable for you. As a parent, I know that. However, while they may not benefit from your words today, you are in their head. As my mother is today. My mother's been dead 40 years. She is in my ear. Something she said that didn't make sense at the time makes a lot of sense today. People confuse sex, the act of sex, the physicality of sex, with love. They believe because through sex they can start a relationship. Some women, some gay men, confuse sexual attention with love, or try to convert sexual intentions by giving sex into a relationship. They're rarely successful. The reason being is he may be calling you late at night or late in the afternoon, and the only time he calls you is sex. You've never met any of his friends. You've never been to McDonald's even, or a restaurant. You're there for sex. And while it's companionship and it makes you feel good for the moment, emotionally, you know. But you have hope. Don't play yourself. Real relationships develop over time. And I've said this on many videos, and I will say them all videos. Before, particularly if you really want a relationship that leads into maybe marriage or something as close to it. Don't play yourself. You want to get someone who's mature, who has integrity. Just because you're not married or it seems that everyone else is in a relationship except you doesn't mean that you're insignificant or you have no value. If you're the last girl on the block without a baby, that doesn't have a baby, it doesn't mean you're a failure. In some cases, may mean that you're more intelligent, that you want to wait for someone who's able to give the things that you want in relationships, that somebody's going to be responsible, that someone's going to treat you with the respect before a child is brought into this universe. A lot of people will take any piece of a man to have a man. So she's treated like a piece. The scary thing about this is that he or she is creating someone who's going to learn directly from you. And if they haven't seen a a functional relationship where people get along without screaming, cussing, biting, tearing each other apart, they will repeat what they've learned from you and their father or their mother. What happens to many mothers, still impatient, maybe feel that, there's something wrong with her, so she'll take this person who has 900 kids, who doesn't pay any attention, but it only comes to see her after her kids have gone to sleep, or maybe even have sex in a car up front. And then he goes and she feels good and she leaves with hope. As when he leaves, she has hope that what she's offered will grow into a relationship. And when he stops coming around, or he has a new girlfriend that he showers gifts on and attention to their kids, but not your kids, now you're angry. And sometimes you double, triple dip. Maybe have that fourth son or fifth son because he wants a girl, but he's not involved in the lives of your children. So now you're at an age where you're just angry and all men can go to hell. And you say it loud enough that all of your kids, some of your male kids, hear that. You're just like your father. He is a piece of garbage. And he lives with that because you are the most important voice. Look at him. He's no good. Well, even if he doesn't see his father but once a year, he still loves his father. She loves his daughter. She loves his father. As a result, because again, she hasn't seen a working relationship where people care for each other, she finds a person like her father. He finds women that are similar to his mother. He doesn't know how to be a man because you can't give what you don't have. And if you haven't seen it, how do you repeat that? There are exceptions to the rules, but there are communities where this is generational. You can go back 3-4 generations and no one's ever married, and there are several fathers or several mothers creating angry children who hate their fathers and later in life resent their mothers for the choice she made. Generational. So where does this stop? Hopefully with you. If you're making the mistake, find out why you're doing it before you have to make another. Think about that. This is a Rodfather in the Aftermath. Thanks for watching. Bye.